What up, YouTube? Vampire here, doing a new deck. I'm working this between two different decks. At the moment, it's Chaos Fairies. The only reason it's not going to be as good and as amazing as a couple of the Japanese builds, we don't have the Dark Lords, or as we should have still gotten them, like Japan had them, the Fallen Angels. Personally, think it's an amazing name. The Fallen Angels, like Fallen Angel Ed-Ari, Fallen Angel Superbia, Desire. I think they're perfect names. I don't think they should have been changed to Dark Lords like they did to Dark Lord Zerato. Fallen Angel Zerato. So, it happens though. Let's go ahead and get started with the deck. It's Chaos Fairies, like I said, and again, like I said, it's not going to be as amazing as some builds because we don't have the Dark Lords, like Superbia, Ed-Ari, Asmodeus, the big three. So let's go ahead and get started. 1 Christia, because you run the mass amount of fairies. 2 Athena. She's kind of your summoner, and your burner, if you really need it. Tethys for the draw power. Dark Lord Zerato. He's really good since we're running. I don't run a mass amount of darks. I run, I think, 5 darks, including himself. So no room for Dark Armed, really. No room for stuff like that. Also, he summons himself. He can summon himself off of Valhalla. You can summon him and abuse his effect with Athena. So he's pretty good like that. He's a instant Regeki. He'll die, and then you can just bring him back again next turn if your Athena's still alive or Monsterborn, whatever. And he counts for the 1 to 4, the 4 darks for Christia, and so 1 Gores for because this deck you'll have a lot of open field time sometimes. If your opponent Black Roses and then attacks or something like that. Also, the token's honestable, so works good. Chaos Orc, because we run an appropriate amount of darks. Gores dies, or Dark Lord dies, and you've got a better fairy you want to bring out, something like that. You can use Chaos Orc. 2 Zeradius. He's one of your 2 searchers for the deck. He goes and gets your sanctuary because I run the mass amount of fairies. Even if your sanctuary is gonna die and he's on board, he goes to grave, counts for that extra 4. You load up your grave pretty quick with fairies. 2 Hecatrus. To search Valhalla, I run 3 Valhalla, which you'll see later. So pretty good for the search off that. Get an extra couple of fairies in grave as well. 2 Honest. If I could run 3, heck yes I would. It's pretty good for that factor as well. And because we run the mass amount of lights, he may not be able to protect your Dark Lord Zerato, but he can protect the token off Gores, he can protect your Christia, anything like that. Gelonduo, there will be moments where you'll want to sack for Athena, and you only have him on board. This is really good with Sanctuary in the Sky, because Sanctuary in the Sky makes it where you'll take no damage, which means he won't go to the grave or die or anything like that. And then if you sit him there in defense, with Sanctuary on board, Bora doesn't do anything to him, stuff like that won't kill him. So Gelonduo is pretty good. Especially, like I said, you'll sit there with Athena in hand, and you protect him. You got a free Athena next turn for just this 1 Gelonduo. So that really helps. 2 Nova Summoner. Used to run 3 in the original Fairy build. 2's good now since we're not running all light fairies. Again, still really good. Just works off itself. You can spam it, so you can summon 1, summon another, let that one die, summon the last one that you won't want to die, or something like that. 1 Herald of the Orange, just for the 1 now, instead of the 3 I was running. I actually had a moment the other day when I was playing this. I pitched this and Dark Lord Zerato. To negate a Dark Armed, killed the Dark Armed. My turn, Giant Trunated, and they only had a monster on board now. Played Valhalla, summoned Athena, normal summoned, I think, I don't even remember what I normal summoned. Normal summoned something, I think it was, a Nova Summoner, popped the Nova Summoner, summoned out Dark Lord Zerato, and then Christiad because I had the 4 Darks, because I pulled the 1. So it was pretty good. He, as the tech, even especially since he's a 1 tuner. 1 Gale for the tuner, and the half factor for Andy's Dark for Gore, or for Chaos Sork. He's a good tuner with like your Tethys going to level 8 pretty quick. 1 DD Crow for the Dark factor, and for the factor of, cool, I'm going to get rid of something in your grave and then use this for Chaos Sork fuel. And then 1 Marshmallow, he's a fairy, and then he deals damage to your opponent. Trip Valhalla for the summoning factor, that's about it, just for the summon. Trip Sanctuary in the Sky, protects your fairies, searchable off Zeradius real easily, just mainly to protect your fairies. 2 Gold Sark, if you're missing a piece of a combo, piece of something you need, go get it with Gold Sark, especially opening 2 Gold Sark makes it pretty good. Dark Hole, Reborn, Trunade, MST. A lot of people aren't playing MST. I still like it because it's the destruction factor. You can pick off a bottomless, you can pick off Solemn, you can pick off Solemn Warning. Something your opponent's protecting their stuff with that they really need. Alright. 1 Beckoning Light. You can pitch a dark and a light to get back a couple of lights, which could make it back down to 4 for your count for Christia. Stuff like that makes it really good for the deck. So, just 1 Beckoning Light. Mirror Force. Solemn. It's 2 Bottomless. 2 Magic Cylinder. Okay, the reason I run 2 Magic Cylinder is just because of factor of this. You can have open monster boards where you're gonna have no monsters at some time, and you just got one or two of these on board. Your opponent's just gonna start picking you off with their monsters. Eventually, you're just gonna sit there and go, cool, Magic Cylinder. You're just gonna start picking your opponent off until you get monsters. So start damaging your opponent, and then burn them with Athena or something like that for game. It really happens. So this also protects your monsters with the since it negates the attack. Dealing damage to your opponent. Nobody runs Barrel Behind the Door anymore. Just really good that they for Magic Cylinder. And then one called Haunted just for the summoning factor. So yeah, guys, that's the deck. Tell me what you guys think. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, guys. Catch you later. Peace.